Hi, welcome to VYAPT Growth Series. This is season 3 and we are doing episode 27. In our growth series today, we have with us Mr. Rahul Kejriwal, the Executive Director of Remsons Industries Limited. Rahul, with over 2 decades of experience, has been pivotal in driving innovation and global growth for the organization. His contribution has cemented his legacy as a transformative leader in the industry. Join me to welcome Rahul in VYAPT Growth Series. Namaskar, Rahul.
Namaskar, Pandey. How are you?
I'm doing good, Rahul, and thank you so much for being on our platform. We have a lot of curiosities today. You have been a leader who has shaped up a lot into the auto component manufacturing industries.
No, my pleasure to be here. I hope we have a great conversation going forward.
So here we go with our first curiosity, Rahul. What growth strategies have been the most effective in establishing a strong foothold in the auto component manufacturing industry?
See, the auto component manufacturing industry basically thrives on precision, innovation, and adaptability. Okay, the growth strategies typically over here is investment in technology-driven manufacturing. So companies today that are leveraging Industry 4.0 principles, smart manufacturing, IoT integration, achieve significant improvements in efficiency, quality, and scalability today. Also, through via a lot through strategic partnerships and alliances. Collaborating with major OEMs and technology providers, doing mergers, acquisitions, which allows us to stay ahead of the cutting edge innovations. At par with the global cutting edge innovations. So they are very effective in having a growth strategy for strong foothold in the auto component industry. Also, focus on sustainability with a global push for sustainable practices and environmentally responsible manufacturing processes, and offering a lot of components for electric hybrid vehicles has become a very vital growth strategy for all the companies going forward today. And we have to tailor make everything for the OEMs today, and so having a great R&D setup for tailor making parts to suit the customer and the OEMs is very important today for the growth strategies.
You talked about that today. We have to tailor made the industry because the industry itself has evolved over time. How difficult or easy it is for the auto component manufacturers to do around to actually work around it. And do you see also the consolidate a bit of consolidation has happened over the years to ensure that the companies keep up the pace with the industry?
So tailor making parts for the auto component industry is not very new to auto component industry. Every vehicle is tailor made. The parts are tailor made. The suppliers have to imbibe the R&D culture within themselves today. And all the suppliers that do not imbibe R&D culture basically do not take that scale of growth or become a more commodity supplier rather than a technology provider to the companies. So they are not viewed by the companies as their key partners going forward. So strong R&D, strong where you can now, because now, see, earlier times you should understand the OEMs would give you the designs, the drawings and stuff. Today they expect you to deliver them and come up and tell them that these are 4 options available. Why don't you pick one? So you have to be that capable enough to go and deliver those 4 designs on the table, which is one better than the other, and get them to engage with you on this on a continuous basis.
Okay. So, Rahul, you talked about how auto component manufacturing manufacturers are going a step ahead to shape up and the OEMs and take the industry for the next level of growth. I would now like to talk around the sustainability part. We talked around the growth, how the growth is happening not only from the traditional vehicle point of view, but also the EVs and other things have also come up. But when the question is, how do you drive sustainable business growth? And are there any emerging trends or areas of focus you foresee driving growth in this industry?
On the sustainability side of it, okay, so one is a lot of regional manufacturing hubs. So the more and more we make the regional manufacturing hubs, your logistics costs, emission costs, everything comes down. Your warehousing reduces, your inventory cost reduces. Your need to produce extra to support the logistics time frame reduces. So all these drive sustainability in one way, plus digitalization of operations. So today, with AI driven production monitoring and blockchain for supply chain, so what happens is today, if they can predict what's coming ahead, and we are able to make cater to the exact quantity required, we are able to reduce inventories, reduce natural resources that are consumed for the production, and not have any obsolete material lying around. So these all help sustainable growth. Of course, making today, there is a big drive, or we should embark on a big drive on making parts from recyclable materials. That will not only be sustainable, but also reusable material, and easy to like design and assemble and disassemble also, which makes it easy. If one part breaks down, you don't have to change the whole piece. You should be able to get that modular part to change. Reduces waste consumption, reduces carbon footprint. And of course, the electrification today is going to be driving a lot of sustainable growth going forward.
So you talked about how the innovation is actually helping this industry in terms of going
Correct.
forward. What are the different measures or different ways and means the industry is adopting in terms of taking things forward? Remsons has been one such organization which has been actually fully focused around it, contributing a lot into this into this industry. And with a legacy of decades into this industry, you have been a pioneer leaders, serving not only India but across the world as well. Can you talk a little around it, how it has been shaping up in terms of the growth and sustainability measures which is actually known to the world?
So Remsons is today we've been certified gold standard by EcoVadis, which is again for sustainable business practices. Because we've used a lot of clean energy in terms of solar power energy in our production units. We've tried to use a lot of recyclable material and reusable material. Our designs are we've tried to make it as less complicated as possible, and reusable as possible by the customer, and the commonize the designs, keep it frugal, keep it simple, and uh, it is not the easiest, but it's a big challenge to stay sustainable today. We are trying to reduce emission carbon footprint also by using local suppliers. A lot of local suppliers, a lot of EV vehicles are used in our supply chain. We are doing a lot of tree plantations to revive the as part of our CSR policy. So we are taking many steps for sustainability.
That's
Uh, so that's very important today as we go forward.
that's so wonderful coming from you, Rahul. Talking about your organization, how it is helping in terms of sustainability and growth of this industry. I move on to my next question, which has to do more to do with the job creation. Looking at the diverse market you cater to, how crucial is it the consideration of making local products or services to generate further employment? And do you see some specific technological advancement significantly contributing to the growth of auto component manufacturing industry?
Let me answer the question in reverse. Let me first look at the technological parts that are going to drive the auto components industry success.
Mhm.
Today, a lot of advanced materials, lightweight materials like high strength steel, composites, more enhanced fuel efficiency to meet stricter emission norms. These kind of stuff are going to technology is required today for the component industry success today also. Today I keep talking about it, but digitization is absolutely important. Automation, smart automation, reduces errors, lowers production costs today. A lot of 3D printing prototyping is done today, where you can almost replace parts today through 3D printing and prototyping. And connected vehicles, where one vehicles are going to be talking to the other vehicles, also significantly contribute towards safer vehicle movement on the road. Now, coming to localization of products to generate further employment, yes, when we create regional manufacturing hubs, when we create a supply chain close to the manufacturers, it does generate a lot of employment. But that all is set off versus scale versus uh, size. If it's a large scale plant, then it makes sense to set up. And if it's a small scale plant, then it doesn't make sense to set up. So it's got its benefits and minuses on the both sides.
Rahul, you talked around how this is going to help in terms of industry, and you talked around how large scale industries are going to help and boost in terms of more job creation in the country. We also talked about how technology is actually helping in terms of boosting the productivity and taking this industry for the next level of growth. Now, after some business talks, we move on to our next round, which we call it as a flip round. In this flip round, the guest becomes host and the host becomes guest. So one question coming from you, I have to answer in 30 seconds time.
Okay. So, Pankaj, tell me, how do you ensure that your business stays innovative and relevant in a rapidly changing market?
This is a very important question, Rahul. Thank you so much for asking this question. I think it's not only true for us, but it's true for all the businesses. That today it's very important to stay relevant, and one of the ways of staying relevant is having information around what's happening across the world. Because today we understand that one innovation in one corner of the world can actually affect your business in many ways. So
True.
gone are the days wherein you feel that you are a player wherein you are not getting bothered about what's an external environment is doing, but today we are. So in the consulting case, what we do is we have a arm called, we call it as a research and analysis arm for us, and we actually do a lot of research work in the kind of industries or the segments we deal with, to understand what could be the need of the customer or our clients in years to come, or what are the frugal innovation which is happening across the globe that is going to change the context of business in years to come, and design our services accordingly, which is going to help our clients in terms of their growth. So I think these are certain steps which we generally take to ensure that our business stay relevant and we are able to help our clients in the long term time.
No, that's good. We'll see. I look to adopt some parts and bits and pieces from there as well, in our businesses.
Thank you so much, Rahul. In fact, you have been doing some fantastic work when you talk around research and other parts. You have been known for your quality, the kind of quality which you serve to your customers. That's something fantastic which the world knows. So you have been a pioneer in this industry for shaping the kind of innovation as well as the quality product
But
surety.
that's the legacy that our company brings to the table. It's been started for almost 50, 60 years now, and that's the legacy we continue to bring on going forward.
Absolutely. So now we have a question which we call it as the learning on the go. Rahul, I myself have seen many of your videos wherein you have talked about how the business, the family, and other people have shaped your upbringing, which has actually helped you to grow and contribute to the system. Can you narrate an incident or maybe couple of incidences which has been a source of incredible learning for you?
Recently, maybe 2, 3 years back, when we were in the pandemic and COVID had shut everything down, and there was absolutely nothing to do, no sales, no production. We were looking at just finishing our balance sheets, doing everything online that could be done, looking at design projects, looking at various things that we could do in our time. Actually, it was one of the most busiest times of my life, quite frankly to say. Uh, During that course of the time, uh, it presented us with an opportunity for an acquisition.
Hmm.
Okay, now that was the most difficult. We didn't know whether to go ahead with it or to, because at that time cash was king and everyone was preserving cash because no one knew what was going to come, the next month or the month after that, or how COVID was going to shape up. There were airlines that shut down. There was no movement allowed. You could barely buy food and vegetables and stuff. At that point of time, we decided that okay, no, we will go ahead and do an acquisition, and that doing everything online, uh, without the traditional site visits or physical assessments, leveraging digital tools like virtual tours, detailed video inspections, data analytics, talking to the customers, talking to the companies, lawyers, everyone online, everything online, and trusting our gut feeling was the most crucial instinct of the whole thing, and through it's been almost 3 years, very successful. We've got great top line, bottom line returns from the acquisitions. So what I critical lesson that we learned was, when we embrace uncertainty with a proactive and innovative mindset, we can turn challenges into milestones of successes. So that is what, so that's given us uh, the ambition and the guts to go out and do further couple of acquisitions after that as well. But that was an incredible learning on mergers and acquisitions. First time ever. Did not even know the any of the jargons before I started working on them. But you know, thanks to COVID, we could spend enough time to do that.
That's a beautiful lesson coming from you, Rahul. You rightly talked about that you have to embrace uncertainties for growth, and that's a wonderful thing coming from you, that one of your decisions has actually come up really well and has given some fantastic top line and bottom line growth for you. Thank you for spending your time with VYAPT Growth Series. It's been a fantastic spending your time with you, and thank you for your time which you have shared with us. Some of the fantastic industry updates being shared, and the kind of narration in the story was fantastic. Thanks, Rahul.
No, thank you, Pankaj. Thank you very much.